What up YouTube, it's Misery Hates Company. In this video, we're looking at Marvel Future Revolution, more specifically the core booster system that just came to the game in the most recent update. It is actually the third option that you have in the Pegasus base, and it's awful. And I do generally stay pretty positive when it comes to Marvel Future Revolution. In fact, I am a sponsored content creator for them. However, I am allowed and very much encouraged to give my honest feedback, good, bad, or indifferent. However, I'm a pretty positive person, so generally speaking, my video content and content creation in general is pretty positive and upbeat. But this is terrible. And I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, it's so bad, it hurts. Like, I don't know how this got rolled out. So let's look at this, and I'm gonna tell you right now, do not waste your time doing this until they fix it. It's that bad. But without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So like I mentioned earlier, the Pegasus base, we do get the third option, which is now Core Booster. Basically what this does is that when you combine your cores, you now get a % chance based off how high the Core Booster tier is, up from 1 all the way to 30, that you get additional chance to combine your cores. However, you do have to specifically select the added bonus in the core upgrade screen, which I'll show you here in a little bit. And it also costs you additional essence or additional resources, which is this new Core Booster essence. That's not the bad part. That's kind of the bad part, but it's not the worst part. The worst part is how you have to upgrade it. So each level goes up higher and higher. It's not just like it's capped at 1,000 and that's what you have to get. It goes up higher and higher, and you do get these, it does seem like seemingly random tasks that Rocket Raccoon requires you to give to him. These items that he requires of you are 5-star battle badges, as you can see right here, 6-star battle badges, costumes. It varies, and it's literally like anything and everything. I've heard that a lot of people think that this system was built to like tailor against the whales. Well, if you want to tailor something against the whale, you make it a grind. You don't make it cost resources that are already scarce, such as costumes. I'm not the type of person that's going to just present an issue and not provide at least a viable option. So in the beginning of this video, I'm going to tell you everything wrong with the Core Booster. And it's really wrong. But then at the very end, I am going to offer my opinion and my feedback as to how I think it should be to make it both pay to win, because you want to help encourage the pay to win to be pay to win, but you also want to tailor this type of content to your free to play. And there is a way to do it for both. Let's talk about that. So in this, you do have to spend just a plethora of different resources, battle badges, like I said, costumes, and all these different things to upgrade all the way to Core Booster Tier 30. At Core Booster Tier 30, you get a maximum of 15% that you get in addition to the existing % chance when you upgrade your cores. For example, like I mentioned in a previous video, if you're trying to go from 5 to 6 stars, it's a 10% chance. So now it's 25% chance if you select this and spend what is now the Core Booster Essence, which is down from 30 to 15. Seems okay, except that it's 25% total, and it's still just a chance of getting one of, what, 3 different types of cores, and then maybe getting the stat you want. And if it fails, you just wasted all of this essence, the resources from Convergium, and the cores. So it's still a bad system. It is RNG here in terms of what is needed in terms of the items to upgrade it. It's RNG on basically on how you're getting these essences, these new Core Booster essences. And then it's still all the same RNG of 2 different layers on top of upgrading your cores. So it's like 4 different levels of RNG tied into just trying to upgrade your cores. Now, mind you, you're wasting battle badges, which a lot of us have for fodder, and that's fine. But honestly, the hardest part is these 5-star battle badges. I have a ton of 6-star. I did not save the 5-star. I use that as fodder and sell it for gold and Convergium. So there's that. But you also have to use costumes, which we all know is such a hard resource or hard fodder to get in this game. I mean, we're being encouraged to build up our squads. In fact, all of the dev notes, all of the updates say, you know, these new changes are coming to help build up your squads. In fact, like the last 3 updates have said that as the first 2 lines in their initial like kickoff to us in the update. But now we're being punished for having stuff, and it doesn't warrant the value of what we're losing to what we're getting. We're not getting something indefinite. We are getting a percent chance with a cost associated with the RNG, which is awful. It's such a bad system. And keep in mind, like in my opinion, battle badges and costumes are worth more than a 6-star core. So I would be giving more, like imagine Monopoly. I am giving you Boardwalk for like the purple one, whatever the first one is, light blue, I think it is. But I don't have any light blue. So I'm just losing on top of losing. It doesn't feel good. In fact, it very much feels like we were taken advantage of with the system. We were told that the core system was being, revamped, which honestly the entire community was incredibly excited for, myself included. I was very optimistic. The game was in a great spot. Lots and lots of positive feedback, lots and lots of new people or returning people coming back to the game. And then this came out, and it honestly, I'm not trying to be like overly exaggerated. It felt like a kick in the gut. Like, what is this? And sure, we could add tiers to make it so you can get a higher percent chance. That's not my concern. It's what it takes to get to tier 30 that is so bad. Now, again, let's go ahead and go over to the core upgrade system so you can see it for yourself. But even then, even when you go to the core synthesizer and you need the necessary particles, even that is a terrible system. It costs so much just to get a few of these particles. Let's go ahead and look real quick. Okay, what are we doing? So we're gonna go ahead and open this up. And then we have, let's say we're gonna do 3, right? So it costs 3. It's a 50% chance for a mid-grade level 3 core, which is still awful. Sure, I get to use my bonus chance, which is only 2% because I stopped at level 4 because I realized how awful this was. And I still cost me 30 essence for 2%. How does that make sense to anyone that is value? And now keep in mind, if let's say I needed essence, oh, it's actually over here, extract essence. So I don't have anything apparently that I could salvage, but I could also salvage my, my gold. That's it. A little niche. Now it looks like it's 14, right? And like it makes it look like, oh yeah, I'm about to get 14. No. That's just how many I have. I have 14 of these core booster essences. Oh, it's so bad. I can't even use all that I have to even show you. I have a decent amount of 3-star badges here, and it's still gonna not even get a quarter of the way to get 1. That's right. If you get this all the way around, it gives you 1 of these. Now, mind you, at level 30, you still need 15 of these. So it doesn't, I would much rather get gold for this and convergium from these that I can use to like upgrade my gear, transmutate whenever that's available for Scarlet Witch, which by the way, this is just making me want even more because I feel like I just had my time intentionally wasted with this new update. And yeah, it's still just RNG on top of RNG. Now, like I said, I'm not going to make this a full rant video. I do actually have a very genuine idea of what I would recommend if, let's say this was my game and I wanted to develop it in a way that I think would be advantageous for my whales, because it is important to still tailor your content to whales because they're the ones paying your bills. However, free to play is what is keeping your game alive in terms of the most important resource, which is players. That's the biggest percent of people playing your game, but we do have to, again, abide by and make sure the value is there for the whales. What I would do, and a lot of people are going to disagree with this, just monetize this. Make this purchasable, okay? Now hear me out. This is what I would do. Make it so you could just buy a bunch of these in the shop, right? Just make it fully monetized. People are going to rage. However, I would then also recommend that this upgrade system would be a new resource that is also monetized. So you're applying to the whales because whales are paying to win because they don't want to spend the time to play the game. And whatever this new resource is that you need to upgrade all the way to core 30, and this resource, I would make completely 100% grindable in the game. And I mean grindable. So let's say let's say the core booster essence drops from dungeons and raids and whatever this upgrade material is, again, in this scenario, I'm recommending that it is a new resource that is unique to this specific system. Let's say it's a drop chance from most wanteds. or from Dark Zone, which is already 2 different systems that we're saying that are in the game that cost us nothing to redesign. We're just adding, changing a few numbers to make it so this item exists and drops in this certain spot at this certain time. And it's also giving more value to areas of the game where it's currently dead or dying. So not a lot of people do the most wanted. A lot of people just feel like it's a waste of time because we're not getting enough fodder anyway. So you get the 5 1-stars and that's it. You have to do it like a million times to get a 6-star just to use for fodder or nano or whatever. But now you can actually grind as a free-to-play in all these different areas to get a resource and then feel good about it when you upgrade it. It's totally just, instead of having this increase from several thousands of times when you upgrade, in terms of the total percent needed to hit the next tier, keep it at 100 and then just make these grindable. A lot of games do this, and it applies to both the whales who aren't going to want to grind. That's why they're whales. They just want to buy the resource so they can be done with it. Let them do it because they're going to get the 6-star cores anyway. They probably already do, but that way, again, if they are new whales or want to, boost up their squad later on or to a different hero in their squad, they can just buy it if they want. You're getting the win out of the money. And then you're free to play, get a nice, joyous occasion of just getting resources for playing their game. That's good. That is good development. 4 levels of RNG that make it so you'd get a very, very, very low percent chance. And sure, it's 2 times from what it was, but it was already bad. So it's not like we made it bad and made it better. It was bad and we made it worse. That's probably gonna be the title of this video, from bad to worse within the core system, because that's kind of what I feel like it is. Let me know in the comments below what you think would be a good change for this. If you like this, hey, we can agree to disagree. I just strongly disagree that you're going to be wasting way more resources than you're going to be getting out of this. But let me know if you agree with my idea with how we could change this, or if you have a different idea yourself. I would love to talk about it in the comments. Let me hear what you got. Until next time, lock it in.